screams like a missile and leaves scorched pavement in its wake. Forget chrome and exhaust pipes. This is a jet-powered motorcycle that drinks aviation fuel and spits fire. They call it the Hellrider, a street-legal monster that turns engineering into insanity. Every generation pushes bikes faster, lighter, louder. Turbochargers came, nitrous systems came. Then one engineer looked at a jet engine and thought, why not bolt it to a bike? That question gave birth to a machine that shouldn't exist. Half superbike, half fighter jet, and somehow it works. The core design. The Hellrider replaces a standard combustion engine with a micro-turbine jet built from aerospace parts. It sucks in air through twin-side intakes, compresses it, injects fuel, and ignites it in a chamber barely thicker than your thigh. Exhaust blasts out the rear at over 1,000 degrees Celsius, producing 400-500 pounds of thrust, enough to push a rider past 420 kilometers per h, 260 miles per hour, before the tires even know what's happening. To survive that, the frame isn't steel or aluminum. It's titanium composite with ceramic heat shielding around the tail section. The seat hides carbon fiber ducts that redirect part of the exhaust downward, creating stability and a little downforce, a trick borrowed from fighter jets on short runways. Power control and fuel. A full-size jet engine gulps gallons per minute. The Hellrider uses a hybrid micro-turbine system that burns aviation kerosene or biofuel at lower flow rates, managed by digital fuel control. There's no clutch, no gears, just a throttle that governs RPMs through an ECU smarter than most cars. Twist too hard and you risk flameout, overspin, or literal meltdown. To keep that in check, sensors monitor turbine temperature, airflow, and exhaust velocity 1,000 times per second. Cooling is a nightmare. At high throttle, the exhaust plume can melt asphalt, so the bike deploys a heat diffusion plate behind the nozzle and deflectors under the tail to protect the surface when idling. Riding the monster. Riding a jet bike isn't like twisting a throttle. It's like holding a controlled explosion between your legs. There's a 5-second spool-up delay while the turbine reaches operating speed. Then it launches. At 200 miles per hour, the world stops feeling like motion and starts feeling like vibration. Pilots call it riding the shockwave. Lean wrong, and aerodynamic lift can literally peel the bike off the road. Prevent that, active aero flaps on the fairing adjust pitch and drag automatically, borrowing algorithms from drone stabilization. The sound? Not a roar. A banshee shriek that rattles glass from blocks away. Real-world projects and tests. It's not pure fantasy. Companies like MTT Technologies built the Y2K Turbine Superbike, a street-legal jet bike that hit 365 kilometers per h. Experimental builders in Europe and the US are adapting micro-turbines from UAVs into new frames with better thermal control. Even military contractors are testing compact jet bikes for rapid response scouts, machines that can leap over terrain or deploy drones mid-ride. Each prototype refines balance, fuel economy, and flight stability software, inching closer to something that could survive daily use. Engineering nightmares. The obstacles are brutal. Heat. Exhaust can melt nearby traffic or ignite leaves. Noise. 150 plus decibels. Louder than a 747 takeoff. Fuel range. 10 minutes of fury before refill. Legal limits. Most countries cap public road noise and emissions far below what a jet bike produces. So the Hellrider exists mostly for exhibitions, private airstrips, and underground tracks. But those tests keep proving one point. The fusion of aviation and motorcycles is technically possible, just not sane. The future of jet bikes. Next-gen designs replace pure combustion with plasma-augmented turbines, using electric ignition to recycle heat and cut fuel use by 30%. Add graphene batteries to power the electronics and actuators, and you get a controllable beast. Instant startup, AI-assisted balance, auto-cooling, and emergency cutoff. Military versions may add stealth shrouds and radar-absorbent coatings, turning a street rocket into a recon ghost. Civilian million dreamers talk about eco-jets running on hydrogen, clean, efficient, terrifyingly fast. The Hellrider isn't built for comfort or reason. It's the human urge to dominate speed made metal and flame. Every bolt, every scorch mark says the same thing: go faster, no matter what it costs. Because once you've ridden a storm powered by fire, roads feel small, laws feel optional, and the sky starts to look like the next lane.